So Call of Duty is following Fox, Sony, Marvel, and DC, and they're going to cash in on some superheroes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, no. They're just going to have a cinematic universe.
Oh.
What does that mean exactly? Does that mean crossover movie with Soap McTavish and The Numbers from Black Ops 1?
Mason.
What do they mean?
Come on.
Tell us the numbers. What does this number mean, Mason? It says 69. What does it mean?
Explain it.
I don't want to talk about that. No, okay, so we go back and forth between talking about our love of old Call of Duty and our ragging on new Call of Duty.
Microtransactions, yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of ragging on for this. I get it. I get the decision. But there's a big caveat here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is anyone excited for it?
That's the question.
Yeah.
And that's a fair question.
Because I'm not.
Because I'm not either.
I don't care.
Like, I get the appeal because it's the best-selling game every year, and it makes a ton of money every year.
Oh, yeah.
So you think bring it to a movie screen, it'll do the same thing. And it probably will.
Yeah, the name will probably. But Assassin's Creed didn't.
No.
And that's one of the best-selling games, isn't it? It's not the best-selling, but it's up there.
Yeah, but that, like, looked bad from the trailers, you know?
Well, sure, but...
So
did Batman v Superman from that last trailer. We still went and saw it.
Yeah, we did, yeah. So, I don't know, I guess... If they...
We went and saw Power Rangers, though, so I guess we're out of that argument.
There's no more to be said, yeah.
No. End it. End the video.
Yeah.
Do I mean the video or our lives? That's the question.
Probably the latter.
Probably both.
Yeah.
And our lives on video. Yeah. No. So, I just don't know if anyone is going to be excited for this other than Activision itself.
Yeah.
And it's hard with how little good faith they have left with the consumer to assume that people are going to be like, yeah, Call of Duty universe. Yeah. Maybe like when COD 4 or MW2 launched, you know?
Right.
If they had done it then, and it was like a Band of Brothers type thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. People would be on board. But here's the problem with Call of Duty. In every game, you essentially play as a sociopath in some way or another.
Oh yeah, 100%.
With like... They never deal with, like, I just murdered 500 people.
No.
And, like, yeah, sure, it's necessary in a lot of them. Like, oh, you know, like MW2, like, where the Russians are attacking the White House. You know, so it's like, oh, you're defending. Like, no one, like, is struggling with, like, post-traumatic stress from, like, the war or anything.
No.
It's like a bro Mountain Dew, Doritos pitching. Like, I don't want to say murder simulator. That's way too far. But you know what I mean.
Oh,
it's just like a bro-y movie. It kind of is. A bro-y war tale.
Right.
And it's kind of like Fast and the Furious in the way of, like, no one's sitting there like, oh, I feel so sorry for myself. Or like, oh, I just went through this trauma and, like, this actually affects people. It's like... Yeah, man, let's gun down like 500 dudes, bro.
Like, nice kill, man.
Yeah, solid kill. Copy.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Campaigns, they're a blast for Call of Duty.
But that's the big difference, is these games, they're games.
Yeah,
they're not movies.
Yeah, you can't take it like that seriously.
No.
Well, I don't think many people... There's probably someone.
Yeah.
Most soldiers are not like the Call of Duty soldier.
No.
They're not like gung-ho, like... Can't wait to kill some guys.
No,
it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's called being a sociopath. That's not a soldier.
No.
And so, like, you have a problem here with how do you make a relatable soldier who is not psychotic? Like, they arguably are in the games, because you essentially are killing thousands of people. By the time I got to the end of Advanced Warfare, I had killed 1,000 people. It was like 990 people in the campaign.
That's crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not even a soldier. You're a mass murderer.
So
I mean, it's just, I don't know how you're going to do this, is all I'm saying. Especially tastefully.
Yeah.
Because like, Call of Duty is already arguably not, I don't want to say distasteful, but taking an arcade approach to a shooter. Like, hey guys, this is a game. This is not real life. Don't take it super seriously. And that's why when things like No Russian happened, it's a huge deal.
It was big.
Because, like, that was, like, gamifying a slaughter.
It was controversial, to say the least.
And I'm going to tell you, it didn't bother me. Because it was just like, oh, this is a thing in a game. It was uncomfortable to do.
Right.
Because when I played it, it was, It was, I mean, 9/11 had happened a long time before that. But it was near, because I played it later, and like when I was playing it that same year, there were like a couple of like airport attacks.
Right.
When I was playing it, because I was playing it, I think in 11 or 12, so I was really late to the game.
Yeah.
So that was weird for me, but like not like, oh, I feel like a terrible person, but like, what if you had to watch that, you know, like in the movie, like if they did the MW2 movie and they had no Russian in it? Like, that would be pretty controversial for a lot of people.
A lot of issues.
Yeah, for a lot of people. And maybe it wouldn't make me be like, oh, Activision's terrible, don't want to see this movie. But I am sure that there are people it would upset.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the biggest problem, is making a tasteful movie that's also, like, characters that you can connect with. Because when you look at characters that even you slightly connect with, like Soap and Captain Price, there's really nothing to them other than they're really good at war.
They're foils for you.
Yes.
They're you step into their shoes. Yeah, there's no characterization to
there's not a lot of development. There's just no depth. They just kind of are there, and you enjoy going through the campaign missions. And with a movie, you have to create characters that an audience is going to like and attach to.
And also, is it going to be first person, do you think?
I doubt it, to be honest.
Because there have been movies like that.
And there's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. If they did that, I don't really feel confident with it. I feel like they need to take a serious approach to it, but maybe they don't.
Take a serious approach to Call of Duty.
I guess that's a weird statement to say.
Because they know it's a game. Yeah. And it's always been a game to them. And they're also, by the way, they're not really doing things to offend people on purpose.
Exactly.
It's a game.
Yep.
And they see it as a game. And frankly, the general audience should see it for what it is. It is a computer simulation. It is not real life.
Yep.
It is just a game. And, I think a lot of it comes from not understanding the games industries. People thinking that like video game violence causes violence in real life, despite a lack of scientific evidence.
Right.
It's just like one of those old wives' tales type things that just keeps going. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. And frankly, I have very little faith in movie adaptations of video games.
It hasn't really been successful at all.
No, and you and I were talking about this earlier when we saw that this was announced. It's hard. You are telling a 7 to 10 hour story in 2 hours.
Yeah.
How do you do that? I mean, you're cutting out the gameplay. Sure, arguably that's the best thing.
Right.
So you got a problem there.
There's the big issue right away.
But you're arguably cutting out the best thing, which is the gameplay, which, yes, eliminates a lot of time, but there's probably still 3 hours of cutscenes or so in a Call of Duty game, and they only make sense in the context of the gameplay happening in between them. If you just skip from cutscene to cutscene, you would be lost.
Right.
So there's a problem there of how you advance scenes quickly enough without it not being serious, and how you make the movie grounded but still use the Call of Duty name, which arguably has not been grounded in the last 8 years.
Well, and they mentioned how it's not going to be an exact adaptation, literal adaptation from the game.
So is it just like Band of Brothers with the COD name?
That's kind of what it seems like. Yeah,
that's what I don't get. Like, is it just like everything is to make money? Don't get me wrong.
Right.
In some way or another, every movie's a cash in.
Right.
In some way or another, I think there's a lot that are art still. Some people argue every movie is art. I don't know if I would argue that or not, but I think a good portion of them are.
Right.
And I guess I'm not sure if this is just going to use the COD name and nothing else. Does it care about what it's trying to do, or is it just like, hey, let's grab some money?
Because we can.
Because there is a difference.
We're going to.
There is a difference between having a vision and wanting to make money off your vision and just wanting to make money.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure which path they're going down here. I've seen really good war movies. Band of Brothers is really good.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Ryan's... whoops.
Whoa there.
Freudian slip.
Oh.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is good. Black Hawk Down.
Yep.
Good movie.
Very good.
I was trying to think. There was another one that I saw.
Hacksaw Ridge just came out recently that was really good.
Nate loves that.
Really good.
Nate loves that. It's where Spider-Man where Spider-Man is just like, guys, I can't use guns. I'm a Christian. I use my web shooters.
That's the
That one?
No.
Nathan got really mad at me when I said that to him. I was like, oh, guys, I can't use a gun. Pew, pew, pew. I'm just shooting with my webs. He was getting so angry, actually. We were in Best Buy, and I was just making fun of it.
And he just triggered.
Yeah, he was actually mad. I don't blame him. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
But, it's just... Not to ramble on. It's just a thing of not knowing what they want to do with it. And maybe they know. I'll wait to see when there's some trailers.
Right.
But I'm not excited.
No.
I'm more interested in the future of the franchise if it goes back to World War II.
Yep.
I'm not as interested in this film branch.
In the cinematic universe.
But I think it's interesting to talk about because it is interesting how many things are branching off into cinematic universes. And I think that also brings up the question of, is that a problem? Is that a bad thing for the movie industry? Because everything being connected sometimes limits creativity down the line.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that makes the this is going to be a controversial statement. A lot of people hate them. One of the things that I think makes the X-Men movies good is that they are connected, but they allow writers and directors to take their own swing at it later. Like Logan. Like, I'm not going to give spoilers away for Logan, but everyone knows it takes place in the future of the X-Men timeline, you know? They let them just run wild with that. Like, and yeah, it's in 2029 or whatever, but like, that guy, like the writers and the director and everyone who had a part in that movie set the tone of the future of that universe when they're still making movies like in the late 80s of that universe. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
And like, so they have like an end point already. But like most cinematic universes don't want you to mess things up that they want to do something with later down the road.
Because they have a specific canon that they want to follow.
Work in this exact parameter. Don't kill anybody.
Yep.
We'll let you paralyze War Machine. But he's got to be able to walk in the last 10 minutes.
He'll recover, okay?
Yeah. That's what people do when they get paralyzed. They recover within a couple hours.
It's fine, yeah.
It's easy.
He's War Machine.
Yeah, maybe if you weren't such a pussy, you'd get out of that wheelchair.
Seriously.
That's what Marvel... No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I should cut that out.
Maybe.
You think so?
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
Okay. Not a quote from Marvel.
Controversial.
Not a quote from Marvel at all. But it is funny. You know? It's just, it's one of those things where they have a plan, they want to go with the plan, and they don't want you to mess up the plan. And I get it. It's their character. It is their right. That's not the argument.
Right.
Is it the best for the movies? Because, like, would it be more interesting, like, it's James Gunn doing Guardians 2, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So would it be more interesting, like, if he has an amazing story that kills Rocket Raccoon for some reason? Like, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Would it be better to just let him do that, and then just work with it from there? Or would it be better to keep everything and every little, like, thing in order and just be like, hey, Mr. Gunn, you can, like, work on this, but, like, don't you dare do any of these things, and, like, give him a checklist,
Because that way we can keep making money.
Yeah, and that's just Marvel, for example. But there is something to be said about disconnected movies having a lot more freedom to operate as they please. And so that's something that's already a red flag for me. But we've already talked about this a long time, so we'll see, we'll see how it looks. When they eventually give more information about it, I'm sure we will talk more about it. Because we always talk about COD. Trending topic. 2017. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think about Call of Duty. Do you think it's dead? Are we all dead? Is life meaningless? Do we exist trapped in a void, cutting our lives into pieces? Is this our last resort? We'll catch you later.